So this week we're going to talk a little bit about new RVers versus seasoned RVers. Because back when I got started in 2020, I was definitely a new RVer. I didn't know really how to book campgrounds, didn't know how to plan RV trips, and didn't know the difference.
3/4 miles, turn right on Nebraska 19.
That's right. This episode was recorded hands-free, rolling down the road towards North Sterling State Park, and my Garmin gets a co-host credit. But the topic is one every new RVer runs into eventually. Learning your rig, learning what you don't know, and figuring out how to keep rolling smooth when the road starts teaching.
3/4 miles, turn right on Nebraska 19.
And didn't know the difference between 50 amp power and 30 amp power. Over the past 6 years, I have learned a ton. I've had help. There are people in the RV community who are willing to help you if you're willing to accept it. For me, it was an RV Basics training program in Tucson, Arizona in 2022, where I finally stopped being the guy who always called the RV technician when I had a problem. And that has saved me a lot of money. If you don't understand your rig, study it, learn it. It's easy to be intimidated. Was I intimidated? Heck yeah, I was intimidated. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of different systems in an RV. I mean, you've got an inverter, you've got a converter, you've got the DC charging, you've got a generator, you've got plug-ins, you've got transfer switches, you've got city water connections, you've got a black tank flush, you've got black tanks, gray tanks, fresh tanks. And yes, at some point, you will learn all about them. Was this life easy for me? Absolutely not. But it was enjoyable. What you will find on the Wandering Gypsy RV life is it is more about teaching you to understand your rig, teaching you how to go down the road, and teaching you how to be safe while you're chasing that next horizon.
Continue on Nebraska 19.
This week, I'm headed to North Sterling State Park in Sterling, Colorado. You may ask, why are you going to North Sterling State Park? Because you're supposed to be at a Newmar rally at the end of the month on the completely opposite side of Wyoming. Yes, I know that. This is an annual trip with friends. And I did it last year and thoroughly enjoyed it. And when they invited me again this year, I said yes, I will be there. So this weekend, I will be hanging out with a bunch of friends at North Sterling State Park on North Sterling Reservoir. It's going to be a time of food, fun, and fellowship. But it will also be a little RV education for some folks. For me, it'll be business as usual. And after North Sterling State Park, I'm headed to Utah. Congratulations to Michelle Mooney, who guessed that correctly first on my Facebook post. She received a promo code for Rolling Smooth How to Enjoy the RV Life Without Losing Your Cool audiobook. She's going to enjoy that book. She may not RV, but it will teach you all about the RV life. This life is so much fun, yet it can be so stressful. Because 2 weeks ago, I had a city water connection fail. My fault. I broke the plastic connector. And if you've been following along, you know I've already replaced it, and the new fitting is brass. So I don't have to worry nearly as much about breaking a brass fitting as I did a plastic fitting. Let's talk a little bit about getting started in the RV life. You may think it's as simple as going out, buying a motorhome, a travel trailer, or a fifth wheel, and getting on the road. Well, it isn't. You have to, if you're going to have a towable RV like a travel trailer or a fifth wheel, you do need to make sure you've got enough truck to haul it where you want to go. The past few weeks, I've been out west. I'm here in Nebraska right now, headed to Colorado. Birdie B, Rosie, and I have been traveling this road for the past 3 years. I've been traveling the RV life for 6 years. But I started out small, and that's my recommendation to you as well. I knew when I first got started that I didn't need a 36-foot Class A motorhome to start. I didn't know if I was going to like it. I didn't know if I was going to enjoy it. I didn't even know what I didn't even know. So my first RV was a 25-foot Class C motorhome with no slides named Bessie. My second RV, which I bought less than a year later, was another Class C motorhome. She was 32 feet long with a single slide. Her name was Bertha. By then, we had Rosie. Rosie is a 2018 Chevrolet Equinox that rides faithfully behind Birdie B. But why, you may ask, why didn't you have a tow car to begin with? Because I didn't know what I didn't know. It wasn't until I was in Cody, Wyoming for a week where I did something that told me, you're going to need a tow car at some point. I got Bessie all set up at the Ponderosa campground in Cody, ready for a week of work, and figured out I hadn't bought groceries. So I had water, power, and sewer all hooked up. So I made a choice. I saw that Walmart was 1.1 miles away. So put on my best pair of walking shoes, walked down to the Walmart, bought my groceries, and walked back. Was it fun? Absolutely not. But did it open my eyes? Yes. It opened my eyes to the fact that once you park the RV, you need to have a way to get around. Whether it's an Uber or a rental car like I did in Las Vegas on that first RV trip. It wasn't until I returned home after that first RV trip that I traded in my 2018 Ford Escape, because the Ford Escape was not flat towable. You might ask, what does it mean for a vehicle to be flat towable? Flat towing is the ability of the car to be put in neutral and towed, all four wheels on the ground. You can also dolly tow most vehicles. By dolly tow, you drive it up onto a tow dolly. You drive the front two tires onto a tow dolly. You attach straps to those 2 tires, make sure everything's secure, and you tow your car using a tow dolly. But then, when you get to the campground, you have to have a place to stow your tow dolly. I knew that I was lazy. I didn't want to have to hide my tow dolly every time I stopped. So I did my research. Yes, I'm a research nerd. I research everything. And found that the 2018 Chevrolet Equinox was flat towable. And I paid to have the Blue Ox base plate put on Rosie and bought a tow bar and read everything I could about flat towing a vehicle. It took a while to get used to. It took a while to get comfortable. It took a while to figure out what I didn't know. But having Rosie has made my life immensely easier out here on the road. I can park Birdie B in a campground. I can unhook Rosie and go to the grocery store. Go to different sites. This past week, when we got to Cheyenne, I unhooked Rosie and we went to the Cheyenne Frontier Days Museum. It was a great morning spent looking at rodeo history in Cheyenne. Should you get a tow car right out of the gate? That's up to you. That's based on your comfort level. That's based on everything you want to do in your RV life. Why didn't I do it to begin with? Because I knew that I had to get used to driving 25 feet of Class C motorhome. I wasn't comfortable that first day, and I bit off way more than I could chew. But that first 77-day, 10,000-mile trip showed me that I enjoy the RV life. I enjoy seeing what's over the horizon. I enjoy seeing things that Lewis and Clark saw, seeing the sights of some of the first frontiersmen who came west. And I want to tell you, if you're a new RVer and you have questions, there are people out here who will help you answer them. Reach out via Facebook, Instagram, YouTube comments. It's a great lifestyle for anyone who wants to see the United States, Canada, or even Alaska. But getting back to first time and new RVers, the biggest thing you need to learn is an RV is just a house on wheels. It's a moving earthquake. Every bump, every pothole, everything is moving in your RV. I noticed this morning that I had a screw on my steps that had loosened. When I get here to North Sterling State Park, I'll tighten it up. The thing you need to remember is, again, and I said it on last week's podcast, everything is fixable. It's just a matter of how big the bill is or whether you can do it yourself. So I'm on a dirt road just about 2 miles from North Sterling State Park. I have made my reservation. I am staying in campsite 38 at North Sterling this weekend. Do I like to take Birdie B on dirt roads? Not really, but it's okay. I did this last year with Birdie B and everything turned out fine. You just go slow. You just be careful. You just pay attention to the road. It is an absolute awesome state park in Colorado on the Sterling Reservoir. So my campsite is overlooking the water, and I can't wait to see it. Like I said, go slow. I'm going 30 miles an hour right now.
Turn left on County Road 33.
And I'm about to make a left-hand turn. You can see the standing water. I would not want to be on this road after it rained, because this definitely looks like it's going to be some gumbo. Gumbo will suck your tires in.
Turn left on County Road 330.
And every time I make a turn, I check on Miss Rosie, make sure her wheels are turning, make sure she's tracking straight, make sure she's doing what I want her to do. Looking forward to the weekend. And if you're following along on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. And I want to shout out to several fans who have been commenting on what I'm doing. And I want to give this to everyone. If you have an RV question, shoot me a DM on Facebook or Instagram, or make a comment on YouTube. I'm happy to answer anything you give me. If I don't know the answer, I'm sure I know someone that I can find the answer for you. Thank you for riding along this week on the Wandering Gypsy RV Life Podcast.